Greetings, and thank you for coming to support us by watching today's video. If you would like to support us even more, you can do so by clicking on the like button, posting a comment down below, and of course, if you would like to see more videos like this, make sure to click that subscribe button. It certainly has been a very unique take on Hatching Tide for this year, and depending on what race you get to play as, you're either going to enjoy the new mounts, or you're going to really hate it. And as you've seen earlier this week, it can look pretty awkward if you're playing as Miqo'te. But I guess if you're playing as an Elizin, it's not all that bad. I mean, sitting cross-legged and all, I mean, that's kind of what you would expect from someone who looks as elegant as a female Elizin does. So with that in mind, greetings people of the world, Matthew back with you here on Overall Autism for another edition of the Tales of Eorzea vlog here on Final Fantasy XIV's Exodus server. So, this past week started the Easter event Hatching Tide, and everyone has had their say on this thing. It has certainly gotten a lot of attention for how intricate it looks and how beautiful it is, but it's also gotten a bit of controversy for how the various races sit on this thing, or in the case of Miqo'te, try and hang on for dear life. Yeah, there have been some things that have been said about the egg and how each race rides it that doesn't necessarily get a lot of approval from the fan base, but once again, as I said, it all comes down to what race you've chosen and how you end up sitting on this thing. I wonder if it's even possible to change poses. I guess I could find that out another time. But yeah, this has been a pretty interesting week, to say the least, with getting to spend more time helping out with our live streams, with helping out fam and friends, and being able to clear Sephiroth on extreme mode, and then in addition to that, getting our first taste of Zurvan on extreme mode. And suffice it to say, it'll certainly be quite the challenge to get that one down strong enough, because we're always going to have that thought in our mind with the people we have fighting alongside us. Are we strong enough to at least beat out the Enrage timer? Because yeah, that Enrage timer, I'll say, was a lot quicker than I was expecting. Because we pretty much were doing all the mechs right. It was just a matter of us not having the high enough DPS to burn down the final fifth of its health. But at least we know that we can learn from this and keep pushing, and hopefully get Zurvan down on extreme mode before Stormblood comes out. I know that's something I would like to accomplish as well, knowing that I have Cynthia at my side playing on her sister's character, as well as sometimes she'll play as her own character, because yeah, we did have the opportunity to see both Cynthia and her sister's avatars in use last night during the trial at Zurvan Extreme Mode. In addition to that, we also picked up a new member from Heavensward Company, but like last week, this is someone who actually came to us with an ult. In this case, Yami Ashfang, who has a main character on Heavensward Company, decided to make a character on ours. And so we're glad to welcome Yami's ult to our free company. Unfortunately, we lost Mira's ult though. She decided to delete her character, so it keeps us where we are from where we were before at 44. But we know that we're making progress, and we know that we are accomplishing what we need to do in order to keep our buffs going on a regular basis, and to get ourselves ever closer to our ultimate goals. Now, what we hoping will happen, and Cynthia and I were discussing this over the course of the past week, is that we know that there is the distinct possibility that we could, if we're able to get our free company's funds high enough, that we could be able to get a mansion in Domo when that housing area is introduced in Stormblood, but there's also the distinct possibility that people could drop, or that when people do those transfers, that it'll open up new spots in other housing areas that are already in existence, in Limsa, Ul'dah, and Gridania. And so we're hoping that if we can't get a big area for us to put a house in Doma, we're hoping at the very least to be able to put ourselves in a situation where we'll be able to make use of the plots that are going to be vacated so that we can get an even bigger house for ourselves. It'll be interesting though to see how it goes, because we've already got a lot of stuff with our free company house here. I'm just wondering what else could we do to make it even better, because I already given the nature of the size of our free company and how many people use the resources that we currently have, I think we're fine with what we have available. It'll just be difficult to figure out, well, because at that point, most of the stuff we would have to get our hands on would have to be decorative. And with that, we would also have to make sure that everything, we would still want to maintain the flow of the design concept that we currently have in our free company house. So it'll be interesting to see how that will work as Stormblood approaches, but for now we get to the opportunity to continue to try and complete more things, and hopefully if all goes well we'll be able to possibly get ourselves a bigger plot than what we have here in the Goblets when Stormblood comes around. But that's going to do it for today's edition of the Tales of Eorzea vlog, and as always, if you are looking to create a character here on Exodus, or if you have one already on Exodus and you are looking for a free company, please feel free to come and join us and add your name to our ranks. So that's going to do it, and until next time, as the sun rises here in the Goblet, and as Corinne continues to chill out on her egg, until next time everyone, this is Matthew at Novara Autism, saying take care, and I'll see you soon.